Hi, everybody. Diane at Healing Bodies, Healing Souls. And we're going to talk about personal boundaries, having your own space, using your own voice, standing up for yourself. And for some reason, I've had this past few weeks, a lot of people not being able to stand up for themselves. Now, I would never ask a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, or even an 8-year-old to stand up for his or herself. That's why a 2, 4, 8, maybe even a 15-year-old needs to have a parent or an adult that has a strong voice to hold space for a child. And I'm finding that the adult voices are getting too small, too weak, and you're not standing up for yourself. And I just don't get that. So take a couple deep breaths. We're in the adult world. And adults have self-responsibility. So a couple things so that you can start to change is to pay attention to yourself, speak from your own truth, own what your needs are, and then speak it. If you can say yes and you want to, then say yes. Don't hem and haw. If you need to say no where it doesn't continue. I get a little frustrated with a lot of people. And I met one gentleman, and he said his 14-year-old is really struggling because of all the hooplas with the school. And hopefully he'll follow through and call, because our children need us. That's called parenting, people. And so if you have any children that are struggling, for the love of God, go out and get them some help. Show up stronger for themselves. Be a active parent. Love and support your child. And I don't know, this might be a little freaky, but be a strong role model. I'm going to repeat that because I think that's kind of brilliant nowadays. As a parent, please be a strong role model. And that's own your words, speak your truth, stand up for yourself, so these children can learn to stand up for themselves. Isn't that brilliant? Is this like freaky weird that I'm asking you to stand up and show up for yourself so your children can witness that in their lives and learn to be more like that? I just feel heartbroken over some of these kids that are in their rooms too much. They're fighting depression, anxiety. They're having social issues and social problems, and people, it's not going to go away on its own. But you can change, and then you can change your children. You can change, and then you can change your children. And if you don't have kids, you better start to get yourself up and going. I had a client last week, and I told her that, yes, she is a solid parent. Now, her husband, not so much. And so she's the parent, she's the discipline. It's like the good cop, the bad cop. And I said to set him down, use language, words, and look at him and say, husband, I can't keep doing the sole parenting while you're the babysitter, because I'm looking at our children and I need help from you. I mean, that to me is something that you should be able to say to a significant other, a husband, even a teacher, if that conversation needs to be. So are you starting to get my point? You're a parent. And if you're an adult, like I am, I'm my own parent. I am my own parent. I tell myself to stand up and walk over there and speak my truth. I also tell myself to be quiet sometimes. but I don't just sit there numb. So please start to change. Grow up and show up. For your children, and down the road, if you have children, it's time to learn to be a strong, confident, yes, I use the C word, confident adult person. And this will help you in all areas of your life, mental, physical, and emotional, within your own personal world and in your relationships, because your significant other needs to hear your voice, your words, because not too many people are mind readers. So hopefully this is a tad bit of a wake-up call, because I'm getting a little frustrated listening to all these stories of children not doing well. And I'll throw it right into their parents' lap, because it is your responsibility. Now, if Bob, everybody's Bob, had problems with his car, he's not going to ask his neighbor 4 doors over to take care of his car. It's his responsibility. And if a fence blew down, actually this happened years ago, a fence on my property blew down. So I changed my clothes, grabbed my tool belt, and put it back up, because it was my fence, my responsibility. Isn't that just crazy, people? So if you need help, give me a holler. I know that you can start to change today. I know this. My real question and a little bit of fear is that, will you stop focusing on how everybody else needs to change and look at the one in the mirror and take better care of yourself? It's time to show up, people. And yeah, I know I can be a smidge, a tad intimidating to a lot of people, but I'm not going to change. I'm confident. I show up in the sense of empowerment. I speak my truth, and I can be exceptionally nice, of course. And if it's inappropriate for me to speak my truth, I keep my mouth shut. Satnam means I speak truth. And that's what I'm asking for you to do. I'm also asking for you to get help for yourself and for your children. I hope this wakened you up a tad bit, because I'm finding a lot of people are just going day to day in numbness with a whole hell of a lot of excuses about why their kid is not doing good at 10, 20, 30, at 40. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear how you're going to correct behavior. And if you need help understanding and learning how to correct behavior, I am one phone call away. And it is time. Stop putting it off. Thank you.